Alright, let's continue yung balitaktakan natin. I just changed the batteries. I don't know kung where did I stop on what conversation. So comment down below if what interests you about here in Australia or my other travels that I have yet to figure it out. So share ko lang, sometimes here, because you know they're more known, they know more about Japanese, Chinese. So first guess, if you're kind of look Asian, is they're gonna guess you're, you know, Chinese or Japanese. Which is pretty much how their awareness is, meaning the majority of Australians. So it depends on their exposure. So if you say you're from other Asian countries or Filipino, or even Filipino that is not living in the Philippines anymore, but one of the overseas Filipino, but like anything else, you can start conversation away from who you are as an ethnic, but you know, towards topic of general common interests like the weather, food that you like. Then you can have more of a camaraderie or sameness with the people that lives in what place that you are, being Filipino. That makes sense. So all this fishing is, you see that you only get a backpack but no containers. Catch and release, that's what they do. They just want the fun, the excitement of catching a fish, but not really for personal consumption or commercial purposes. So they do catch around here flatfish. So let's talk about the economy here in Australia. So as you may know, it's one of the richest countries around the world. It only has like 25 plus million people for this very big country. But since it's developed from a small economy of mainly agriculture or commodities some 100 years ago, like they used to produce a lot of wool, and other commodities. But now if you go to supermarket dito sa Australia, most of the things you buy, I would say from my experience, is almost 80% or higher are made in Australia. You're talking about manufactured food products like cereal, even normal day-to-day essentials like fruits and vegetables. They produce their own bananas here, pineapples. Almost all the vegetables you find in supermarkets are grown here in Australia, which, because you pay a lot higher on those, translate into higher wages for the people that works in those industries. So that's what happened. And in a country that do import a lot, but they also produce goods locally, and since those goods are and they can market into translate into higher value added, so they can sell those into higher prices. So the workers on average get here $20 on a minimum wage. But if you just earn the minimum wage, eventually all the money that you earn on a monthly basis will be spent, so you almost don't get to have savings, because with that $20 an hour, you do have to pay monthly rent if you're renting an apartment. Of course, those food are also on also in the higher prices of like food, and then you have to pay for parking. You drive, you have to pay for the car, obviously. So igo-igo lang. So if you're thinking about making minimum wage for long term, and then having with that minimum wage you would save money for investment, for your retirement, it's almost impossible. So that's why you have to like plan out, like most Australians do, to get more higher paying job. So the saying sa Filipino na huwag kang mamili ng trabaho, it's not really good to think about na huwag kang mamili ng trabaho. You have to choose. You have to choose the higher wages that you can earn. Obviously, you have to, dami ko na obviously nasabi, you have to upgrade your skill set or enter a business to get those higher income, which is not easy. It's very challenging, but it can be done. Because think about this, if you're working for somebody else right now, and that means that somebody else, like you're the owner of your company, has to earn more, maybe even twice as much, for the company to hire you to work for them. So it's better to be an entrepreneur, and although you're managing the business, which is a different challenges and struggles. But obviously, when you hire somebody, you better make sure that that person earn more for you than you pay for that person as a salary. So that's the mentality, the mindset that we need to be aware of. If we're coming to these rich industrialized countries like Australia, US, Canada, that just sticking to a job in a minimum wage and not developing, not looking at the other opportunities in the area will make you obviously left behind when after 5, 10 years, 20 years, 25 years of being in the country, maybe you earn a house, you're able to pay off the house, but you still have to work, that kind of job. And then you maybe have to work 2 jobs because you're getting more, getting less purchasing power from the amount of money that you're earning for those regular jobs. So ano lang po, it's good to be aware and not to be afraid to level up. So let's enjoy the scenery here. So hopefully you're picking up some ideas that I'm sharing here on this blog. Nice. So I'm going to leave you this view of Coolangatta. Coolangatta is that area over there. So abangan ang susunod na kabanata ng ating paglalakad dito sa Australia. Bye. Hello, Overseas Filipino Walk. So this is a surf club. So when you see this kind of building, you can see the sign. Typically it has a park like this for parking cars as well, benches. And there's Tagoon Surf Club. So it's kind of like a community, pagpalagay natin barangay hall, but there's also businesses there for food, for drinks, and the main thing is the surf club. So if you're a member, then you can use the facilities, store your surf gear, and then just run to the ocean. There could be also surfing lessons, rescue, para sagipin siyempre yung mga na-aksidente sa dagat. So reminder. So here you see this camper van. from Victoria. Sunny now. Let's check out this houses. So it's a private house. Next to this footpath. Some are old, some are newly built. Pero hula ko rito, ano to, redevelopment na yan. Binili yung lupa and then nalaki. So may mga pantaboy ng mga pigeons or other birds. So we're gonna walk maybe 1 or 2 kilometers para makita nyo tong footpath with the solar lighting and benches. Linggo ngayon kaya ayan, maraming namamasyal, exercise. So bench dito talaga aluminum. Pang matagalan ng idea yan, hindi yung nag-install ka nga ng benches pero 5 months, mga 2 years, 10 years, hindi tatagal na mga ganong taon dahil kahoy o bakal na kinakalawang. Soundbox. Holiday booking. So here may abiso na kung gusto nyo mag-volunteer para ma-save itong mga June. Like that. Kasi nagkakaroon ng erosion. Pacific PDE. Natura. So you can see the airplane because the airport is around 5 to 10 kilometers away, the Gold Coast airport. And there's also another airport, either you fly to Brisbane or the Gold Coast, which is over there, but the airport is here in Bilinga. Holiday rental. So pag-usapan natin tong mga ganito, holiday rentals. So originally, like at that old house, these are simple vacation homes. And then once the area became popular, siyempre pinopahan nila, and then whoever were lucky enough to become here early owns the land. Like tayo mga Filipino, we're only been, I guess. Hello, Ka-Overseas Filipino Walk. We're at the Gold Coast of Queensland, Australia. Samahan niyo po ako sa paglalakad dito sa baybayin ng Bilinga, and nakita niyo doon mga building